was a way to both raise awareness of the film and, also kind of have a fun festivity. For those who are unfamiliar with the zombie walk, it's basically where you get as many people together as you can, dressed up like zombies, and you parade through town as if it's, as if the town's been taken over by zombies. So me and Robert Frigo got together and had the idea of having this kind of takeover of the city with the intention of kind of raising awareness for my film. The idea is a fun idea, and it's just something I wanted to play with. I mean, I guess even though my film is not necessarily a zombie film, there are zombies in it, so I felt justified in having an excuse to host a party. A local organizer by the name of Robert Frigo, he helped gather artwork for the posters. He organized sponsors that helped us raise funds and have gifts for the participants of the zombie walk, things like that. The interesting thing about the walk is we originally were just going to do it kind of an adults only kind of walk, where the walk would end up in a pub, and some of the zombie walks actually become kind of a pub crawl. Then the idea came about to have an all ages version in which those who are not old enough to drink could also attend. And I'm glad I did, because on the adult side we had a half decent turnout, but on the kids side we had a massive turnout. So
there you go. I didn't.
If it wasn't for that idea to have an all-ages show, I think it would have been a very different beast. Another thing I thought was interesting about the walk was how much support the city gave me. Bathurst, New Brunswick is a very traditional town, so I was worried that the idea of a zombie walk parading through town might actually be a little too much for the town, but they kind of welcomed me with open arms. I feel that the town very warmly received the idea. When we were deciding to do the walk, we knew that we had to have police supervision, or at least notify the police. And when we did, the chief of police actually gave us his bullhorn, his loudspeaker, and Robert was using it to kind of rile the crowds, which I thought was kind of a fun idea. And while Robert was wrangling interviews for us, we were prepping the location. We had this wonderful factory, and beside the pub that we were going to do for the kind of the R-rated side, and we had this warehouse that was empty next to it that was just a wonderfully creepy, vacant sort of space. While he was wrangling the interviews, we were prepping that location, and we were trying to decorate it with as many creepy things like Ouija boards and things like that. Just kind of a very horror movie vibe. And I still remember one of the interviewers from CBC coming in while we were prepping the baby dolls. And we had these baby dolls that I purchased, and we were painting their faces in kind of a goth look. And we wanted them to be destroyed and decrepit. So while we were doing the interview, we were actually bashing baby doll heads against counters and stepping on them and rubbing them in dirt pools and things like that. Which, needless to say, was pretty interesting.